Why, hello everybody. So we're just on the west side of downtown Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's just after 5 o'clock here. We'll be walking from the west side of Grand Rapids over to the east side and through the downtown core. It's a quick look at the little restaurant and a patio area over here. Anchor Bar, one of the long-time staples of the area here on the west side. One of the older restaurants in this area in general, other than O'Toole's. O'Toole's has been here for a while as well, and Butcher's Union for a fairly long time. But the New Holland Brewing Company, Jolly Pumpkin, Morning Bell, these are all new kind of on this strip. Still haven't eaten at Jolly Pumpkin yet, but I have had their beer before, and it's expensive, but very good. We'll be crossing over the Grand River on our walk to the east. That's what will be where Bridge Street turns into Michigan Street, or the Medical Mile. And Barnum Bridgewater Place there. A tall building in the center of frame. Kind of the where are you at if you're in downtown. Kind of help you locate yourself. One of the taller buildings in the area. The giant freeway is also a pretty good marker, showing you where you are at as well. We do have a decent wind today. We were sitting at a rather brisk 60 Fahrenheit earlier. I think it's warmed up since then. The wind has also picked up and it's quite humid. And then we might as well cross one more time to the other side of the street. It's easier to do here at the light than it is to go down and use the pedestrian warning lights. Oh, and there's that wind again. You can see Lori's button off in the distance there. But we're gonna cross Bridge Street and head right over to the Medical Mile. Awen Park here as well. Quite pretty, right next to the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Museum. Sorry for the camera shake. The wind is catching the camera, which is not lightweight, so. In fact, I just heard it catch up one of those no parking barriers. And our first look at the Grand River here as we cross from the west side over to the east side of Grand Rapids, Michigan. And you can see the freeway just to our north here. And the Grand River just to the south. Well, I guess it's also to the north. It's just harder to see with all the bridges. The back of the curved building that you're seeing there is Devos Performance Hall. And what you're seeing in the water here is one of the many blowhead dams that attempt to help regulate the level of the Grand River. The largest of them is upstream. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or even hear me, given the wind. You would probably just make out the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Museum in the distance there. So we get one last look at the Grand River. We'll walk past these large elephant doors of Devos Performance Hall. Just like a big film studio would have. Devos Performance Hall has a nice interior loading dock that's heated to help get everything dry and clean before coming out onto the showroom floor. It's basically a giant concert venue in there. So they bring everything in through these large elephant doors for things like the big RV and boat show, car show. I'm sure they've at some point done a big heavy equipment show here as well at some point. And here's one of the Dash buses, the number 9. Oh, excuse me, that's not one of the Dash buses, that's just the normal number 9. Well, I don't feel like running to get across there, so we'll walk this side of the street. We're going to turn now and start heading south. We'll probably turn and walk up into the restaurant and patio area. But across the way here, this that looks like a one-story building is actually the parking garage for the city. And it's a green space on top. So it looks like a elevated green space is hiding a rather clever parking garage. There's a large one hidden underneath the performance hall to our right as well. You may have seen the entrance. We walked past just around the corner earlier. Unfortunately, we are, from what I understand, set to lose a significant number of parking spaces. The cited area for this new stadium is in a current commuter lot, I believe, where you can pay monthly to park. And those spaces were difficult to come by. The last time I had a car was quite a few years ago, and I looked into getting one of those, and there was a more than a year wait to get one of those parking passes. Not sure if that's still the same or not. With a large entrance here to Devos Place, along with one of the actual dash buses, excuse me. And the concert side of Devos Place, this would be the entrance over here. Just across the street from Rome. Very good menu over at Rome. As I mentioned, most videos when we walk past there. Not one I've gotten to enjoy yet, but the owners do a very good job at their other establishments. .200 Monroe here. This is recently rehabbed. This is owned by RDV, one of the building developers in the area. While it's not the best architecture, it is a significant step up on the kind of brutalist concrete bank building that was here before. Real Seafood Company and the Josiah Plume statue, 4 elements here as well. As we're right next to the WinQuest building as well. And the Pantlind Amway Grand Plaza Hotel here. This would be the older part of the building. The new tower that's glass is a more recent add-on. The old Civic Auditorium tucked back in here as well. Except we are going to walk over to the kind of restaurant and patio area. Lots of restaurants through here. So many I'm not even going to just blanket list them. But I will keep walking and maybe I will list them since I can hear music. Atto Sushi is probably one of my favorites over in this stretch. Moja's is interesting as well. It's a piano bar though. We're just coming up on the intersection of Pearl, Monroe Center, and Monroe, along with Breonna Taylor Way. And McKay Tower. McKay Tower, previously the tallest building between Chicago and Detroit in 1983. Just finished my crossing here. And we're gonna continue south and then cross over further to the east, diagonally up Breonna Taylor Way. We'll pass Rosa Parks Circle as well. Sorry, going kind of out of breath. You can make out some little dark clouds. I've gotten drizzled on a bit today, but nothing bad. And we'll turn you around so you can get a look at the Flanagan's Pub as well. And there's a Rosa Parks statue next to Rosa Parks Circle here. As we continue walking to the southeast. Just beyond Rosa Parks Circle there, that would be the Grand Rapids Art Museum. And again, a lot of restaurant patios along this corridor. And some pretty cool mural work as well. I'm sure I've filmed this mural before for you guys, but I'll film it again. We're gonna walk through the patio here at Uccello's really quick. Sorry. And the patio of Cinco de Mayo here as well. Just across from the Grand Rapids Art Museum. Now we're walking dangerously over the tracks of the last video I just recorded. I think we'll come over here and we'll turn. We're going to head over towards the main branch of the Grand Rapids Public Library. All right. Well, anyone accessibility impaired might want to keep in mind if you come to go visit Grand Rapids. We are pretty okay on the sidewalks, but there are also a lot of damaged sections of sidewalks through here, and most of the curbs have wheelchair accessible curbs. One of the local art colleges just up here on the left hand side. We'll be walking past that on our way over to the public library. Also another big block of city and municipal offices as well. But just here on the left-hand side, that would be KCAD. That's the Kendal College of Art and Design. Just next to the Kent County offices. And one of the old banks here as well that I always mix up with McKay Tower. We're just going to wait here for just a second for this light to change. Well, they have, they do have Division tore up at the moment. I think we can still cross Division as a pedestrian. Boy, this wind, it's nice, it's cooling me off, but I'm glad it's not picking up dust over here like it was last time I was this way. So there's Kendal College of Art and Design here on Division and Fountain. We're gonna cross Division here. We'll get a shot of this church over here as well. Fountain Street Church, they have been doing some work on. Here we go, the tower of Fountain Street Church. They have it all scaffolded up to do repairs. We're also just next to the Grand Rapids Community College here as well, which we've walked through the campus of before. So we're actually going to turn and we're going to head to the south, because here is the main branch of the Grand Rapids Library System. Oh, the stop sign. Okay. One last look at Fountain Street Church. gimbal just a little bit here. It's swaying a bit more than I'd like it to. Somebody's sprinkler system's gone terribly awry. We're going to pass by the Grand Rapids Children's Museum. And on our left, this would be Veterans Memorial Park. Right next to Apartment Lounge. Again, one of the longtime staples of the area. And perhaps we're just going to turn and start walking towards the river again. I'm not sure. I was kind of hoping I would get rained on, honestly. That would make this video a little more interesting. We walk downtown quite a lot. We'll wait here and cross. We're just kind of walking over to the river, seeing if I can't make this video just a little bit longer. Passing home of the Grand Rapids Griffins here. VanAndel Arena. Just across from GLC Live, formerly 20 Monroe Live in the B.O.B. I think I'm going to take a quick pause here, sit down, and drink a water. Alright, let's sit down for a second. Oh, there's something I hardly ever do on a live stream. Wait, live stream. Yeah, that's right. These aren't live. Stop and have a water. It might not be hot, but it's awful humid. You guys will just have to enjoy this view of Fulton, which is a little overexposed. It's not bad. Alright, just a sec, we won't be much longer. big doggo over there. Can't get a good shot of him. There's a hole. All right. Let's continue walking over to the river. Why, hello everybody, and today is Friday, June 28th, and we are just on the south side of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Just here at Market in Weston. We just filmed walking from the west side. Now we're gonna kind of head to the south. Just over here used to be where Charlie's Crab was located. It's now empty. They finally demolished the building. There's a handful of restaurants down this way as well. We'll get to see. Along with some cool older buildings. We're going to walk past the Central bus station as well. The Grand Rapids Rapid Line. That's kind of a mouthful. I don't think I've ever actually said that out loud before. Just as a reminder, if you do come down here, meters are run until 6 o'clock on weekdays. You shouldn't have to feed your meters on the weekends or after 6 o'clock. But I've seen a lot of parking tickets today. Woods, this is a new one over in this area. There's been a couple different bars. At least I don't think it was called that before. I think I had a different name. I gotta go auto ISO again here, because we're going in and out of it being bright. Here is the intersection, one of the longtime venues of the area, and of course the location where every year they host the WYCE Jammies is done at the intersection. This is a fairly large venue. It may not look like it from this side, but it's got 4 or 5 different stages in it. And give me just a moment here while we wait for this light to change. Tin Can Bar here as well. And I believe Cluster is an office furniture building just here. I'm seeing even more parking tickets. And a place that was a coffee joint now for rent too. Founders Brewing, just across from the Central bus terminal here. We'll see if it's bus o'clock. I've seen a lot of buses going by. We might pop over and take a look at bus o'clock. It's not something I often see. And by that, what I mean by that is Grand Rapids' bus system. All the buses return to the terminal at about the same time to make transferring easier. At least in theory. The Founders Brewing here has expanded several times over the years and appears to have added even more tables outside. And they have a absolutely massive dining room and patio. Now, compared even to their Brass Street location, and of course, as I mentioned, that is directly across from Grand Rapids' Central Bus Terminal. And just up the road from that would be the Amtrak terminal. Well, let's cross this road here. No, we must have missed bus o'clock. So we're going to continue to the south. Very cool old firehouse here. And then beyond that is the Grand Rapids Ballet Company. We'll get a quick look at those before we probably head to the east again. I would walk over to Cesar E. Chavez Boulevard, but I believe it is still closed for construction. That would be almost directly south of us. Plus, that would be a little bit longer of a walk than I'm wanting to do today. And here's the Grand Rapids Ballet Company. And the Peter Martin Weege Theater. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Well, you know what? We need to go around the other way. Yep. We want to cross the next cross street east-west, which means we need to come over because it is a bridge and it's only accessible on one side here. A very cool building here. We'll walk Granville over to the cross street. And say that, or we'll walk further south first. I haven't decided. It's a very pretty but fading mural work on the back of the Grand Rapids Ballet building. Yeah, and this is Wealthy Street. We'll come over to Wealthy and we'll walk Wealthy into the downtown core again. South of here is pretty interesting as well, but there's not going to be a lot of people. And we'll get kind of a cool view up on top of this overpass. Well, there we go, and there's bus o'clock happening. I knew it was close. I saw the amount of bus traffic increase. So this is looking to the north of where we are at the main bus terminal, which all the buses are currently in the station to facilitate, or was currently in the station to facilitate transferring. gonna keep walking here. Pretty good look at the skyline here as well. And they may cut you guys out through here if there's a Vengus encounter that requires me to swear wildly. Well, that guy was actually really nice. Look to the north along the north-south 131 freeway here. Oh, and when the buses go over, you can feel this whole bridge heave. That's a spooky feeling. Just below us as we walk above the downtown market area. Excuse me, I guess that over there is the downtown market. I can't quite see it as well. Yeah, that's the downtown market to the south of us. We're going to cross Division to the east. And I don't know where I don't know where my plane goes from there. This mobile gas station up here on the right on Division is kind of a dingus central. So I might just lay you guys down even. We'll see. It's super nice with the breeze right now and the temp. We're on Division now, and we're kind of headed to the south. I wanted to catch some of these older buildings. They've been buying up and demolishing or completely gutting a lot of these. So it's nice to get what they look like while we can, since the other side of the street looks nothing like how it used to. Might be a cat cafe here. Happy Cat Cafe. I'll have to check that out sometime. The aquarium place too now. Man, all sorts of stuff. I don't even know what used to be in half these places before, if there was anything in them. A lot of them had empty bottom floors, and the next floor up was residences. I'm guessing the uppers are still residences. A lot of them. We're just backtracking. We're going to use this pedestrian crosswalk because the next light is a long ways down, and you do not want to try to cross Division anywhere other than at a crosswalk. In fact, Most crosswalks down here are tough enough to get across without somebody trying to mow you down. All right, successfully across Division. Now we're gonna head east on Wealthy. Oh yeah, that's right, I can't go this way. I gotta cross. And it's all construction through here. And most of it's new construction too, which makes it less interesting, in my opinion at least. We will pass Cathedral Square. Which is part of the campus for one of the local schools, and also for one of the local Catholic churches. Went for a Friday night. I know I was down there a little early, but it did not seem very busy. You can see it downtown in the distance, just to the north of us. Here from what will be the corner of Wealthy and Jefferson. Or the roundabout at Wealthy and Jefferson, I suppose. Well, we might end the video, because well, I just walk right to East Town from here. We just start walking east, but that could take about an hour, at least. I think what we'll do is we'll end this video off here. Kind of a short one, depending on how I edit it, I guess. Well, I hope you enjoyed that walk through downtown Grand Rapids. If you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.